Good morning, students, and welcome to the Spring Street Elementary Back to School Assembly. I know I speak for all the faculty when I say, whether you're a new or returning student, we know this year is going to be a great one. You know, I've seen a lot of kids come and go through this school, and I know all about the things that happen, especially on the first day. I've seen everything from kids who are afraid of their new teachers to kids that can't even look at the food in the cafeteria without getting sick. But you know what? The thing I see the most are kids who need a friend. Take a new student, for example. Someone who just moved here, who doesn't know anyone, can't figure out their way around school, and doesn't have anyone to show them the ropes. They probably feel a little lost. I know I would. It happens all the time, though. And that's why it's so important to be willing to make new friends. Now, making new friends is not always easy, but you know what? It's the right thing to do. And all you have to do is look around at all the opportunities that are already there. Let's say there is a new kid in your class. Why don't you go over and introduce yourself and ask him to come sit with you and your friends? Or maybe there's someone on your bus who always sits by themselves. You could go over and sit next to them and start a conversation. You might just be the friend that they need. There are so many ways that you can make new friends, and it's a key to surviving a brand new school year. Well, that's all for now. Time to head back to your classes. Have an awesome first day.
In the Bible, in the book of Matthew, that's in the New Testament, Jesus was teaching a crowd of people near a lake. As he walked along, he saw a man named Matthew sitting at his tax collector's booth. Now in that day, nobody liked tax collectors because their job was to collect money from other people. What's even worse is that they usually collected more than they were supposed to, so they could keep some money for themselves. The tax collectors had a bad reputation because people knew that they cheated. Most people didn't like them at all. Well, Jesus saw Matthew sitting at his tax booth and went over to talk to him. Jesus said, "Follow me." And Matthew got up right away and followed Jesus. Matthew was so glad to follow Jesus that he threw a huge dinner party at his house. Matthew invited all of his friends who were tax collectors, and Matthew invited Jesus as the special guest. So, Jesus went to the party and hung out with Matthew and his friends. Some of the religious leaders saw Jesus eating and hanging out with the tax collectors, and they got so mad. They didn't think it was right for Jesus to hang out with the people who had bad reputations. The leaders talked to Jesus' friends about it. They said, "Why are you eating and drinking with these tax workers? They are sinners." When Jesus heard this, he told them, "People who are well don't need a doctor. Sick people do. I didn't come to find people who are doing right. I came to find people who are doing wrong." Jesus showed love to Matthew and his friends when no one else would. Jesus taught us to make new friends.